The clarity is not, we are knowing exactly where we'll be in 50 years from now. That's nonsense. We don't even know where we are in a year from now. Maybe not in a week. What I help when I mentor people is to focus on the day so that you have in control what you will do today. You have your mission, you have your vision. Those are overarching. You know your potential. This is overarching as well. But your mission, your vision, and your potential is not what you will fulfill completely today. Today is just one step, and you don't have more energy than for today. So you wake up in the morning, you need to commit for something. Make sure you commit for something into the right direction. Clarity is not permanent. So, people saying that, I help you to have clarity. I help you to get to the point that you are clear. So the mind is clear. Well, it is not like your windshield where you have these wipers and they wipe your windshield clean and suddenly you have clarity again. Clarity is a little bit of a different thing. So what is clarity actually? Clarity is actually a milestone, which means that on a specific milestone, you can see clearly where to go next. This is pointing towards your potential, pointing towards your mission. And as soon as you get out of there, maybe you try to avoid a dilemma or you are in a dilemma, but you see clear and now you break out and make a decision, then hundreds of new variables get in and everything becomes unclear and uncertain again. The only thing you have still is your mission, your vision, and your potential. But the next steps become constantly unclearer again. You will face more noise. You will see not where to make the next step again. And that is where you need to put into practice things like reflection, things like talking to someone, talking to a mentor, talking to a buddy where you can reflect to. Writing things down, thinking about them, bringing them into practice, and reflecting again. So stay in that loop to actually act, do, and reflect, right? So that is how you get then again to the next step where you are clear again. Because then you have done your work again, you get to a position where you can make the next decisions. No, we shouldn't go randomly into directions. That doesn't make sense as well. But we need to have a form of idea where to go, and that is the clarity. The clarity is not, we are knowing exactly where we'll be in 50 years from now. That's nonsense. We don't even know where we are in a year from now. Maybe not in a week. What I help when I mentor people is very often to focus on the day so that you have in control what you will do today. You have your mission, you have your vision. Those are overarching. You know your potential. This is overarching as well. But your mission, your vision, and your potential is not what you will fulfill completely today. Today is just one step, and you don't have more energy than for today. So you wake up in the morning, you need to commit for something. Make sure you commit for something into the right direction. That is where you need clarity. That is why you should journal, in my opinion, in the morning, because otherwise you don't manifest it. So you need to write it down what you commit for. And when you commit for it, you basically tell yourself, okay, that's the right direction. And if you do that every day, you start to form a clarity in the morning and a clarity in the evening when you reflect on what you have done. So you don't need to write everything down during the day. You need to practice. You need to practice and act and do what you have committed for. Treat it as a hypothesis. Was it good or was it bad? Was it the right thing to do or not? You will know in the evening if you reflect. If you don't reflect and just take a beer and sit on the couch and watching TV and just forget the day, well, that's maybe where clarity not comes from, right? So more like the noise. That is one of the points. So if you really want to change something about your clarity in life, think of today, not of the week, not of the month, not of the next product you build, not of the next client you get. Think about what you will do today and how you will act today, how resilient you will be today, how you will focus today and not be distracted by so many external factors which will hit you on social media, amongst colleagues or whoever, right? This is what you need to make preparation for in the morning and, of course, in the evening when you reflect. So prime yourself for the next day in the evening and prime yourself for the day in the morning. That is what you can do. And believe me, you will have clarity like never before. There's no much clarity beyond that. Because simply before you can get clarity for next week, let's get today done. You have yourself in control for today. That is what you have. Let tomorrow be the concern of tomorrow. That is not your concern today. Focus on something. Focus not on the future. Focus not on the past. Today is where you live. I hope that helped you a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.